Has Deontay Wilder had a life-changing experience? That's a question, because in the past, he's been openly callous. He repeatedly expressed his desire to catch a body in the ring. And he also said he wanted to tell Dominic Breazeale's little son, "I'm the man who's going to cripple your daddy." But now all of a sudden, he's crying at the press conference after knocking out Hellenius. He's expressing his sympathy for Pritchard Colon, who got crippled back in 2015. And he's telling everyone that he loves them, that love can heal the world, talking like some new age hippie type. So why the change? Why is he so empathetic all of a sudden? Is it down to that last knockout defeat to Tyson Fury? Because I've seen several people during my life whose entire personalities seem to change overnight after getting knocked out. And I'm not even talking about in a boxing ring. I mean in street fights. I've seen man go from being a bad boy to a church boy, literally like that, from one day to the next after getting knocked out in front of a bunch of people. Now, there's two ways that you could look at that. You could say that that experience forced the guy to mature and become a better person. Or alternatively, you could say that it broke his spirit, because I've seen other guys get knocked out and react in the exact opposite way, where they came back with a vengeance. The humiliation didn't humble them at all. It actually fueled them to become even more of a bad boy, to try and restore their pride. Does that first scenario describe what has happened to Deontay Wilder? Maybe not to such a dramatic extent, because he's still fighting, obviously, but he did admit that he was teetering on the brink of retirement. Has he had a dark night of the soul, where he was forced to confront his own shadow in the Jungian or Freudian sense? Has he come to terms with his own mortality? I know he's still talking nonsense about Tyson Fury cheating, but when he's alone with his own thoughts, does he really believe that? Has the KO defeat humbled him a little bit? Has he suffered any neurological issues? Because that's quite common when someone gets knocked out badly like that. And if so, did it spook him? Does Deontay empathize more with KO victims now that he's been properly KO'd himself? He also took Haksawa during his time away from boxing, and many people who've taken that describe it as a life-changing experience. They commonly report a life review type scenario during the high, where they're confronted with all their misdeeds and toxicity and shown how their behavior negatively impacts the lives of other people, including friends and family. A bit like Scrooge with The Ghost of Christmas Past. Did Wilder have a similar experience? Is that why he's not talking about catching bodies anymore and instead showing sympathy for the likes of Pritchard Colon and other fighters who have been seriously hurt? And if that is the case, perhaps it will make him a nicer person to be around, less of a megalomaniac. But will it make him a better fighter? Or will it actually take the edge off him? If he was to find himself in a similar scenario to the one he was in the late rounds of that third Fury fight, would he go out on his shield again? Or would he pack up his tent and go home? I'm not claiming to have all the answers here, people. I'm just asking some questions. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below.